Hello, good evening, everyone. Good to see everyone once again on a Friday evening. Today it is the 10th of June 2022. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. My name is Alex from MarketWise Asia. Good to see everyone once again. So if you guys can hear me loud and clear, please say a hi to me in the comments. Okay, so this live is broadcasted both on YouTube and also on Facebook Live. So wherever you are, I just welcome you to this live right now. If you are watching on YouTube, do subscribe to our YouTube channel also, and also smack the like button on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, I think it will help me to share to a lot of people. I mean that YouTube will pick up the algo and maybe broadcast to a lot more people on YouTube as well. Okay, so let me take a look at the comments right now. Hello, Christopher. Hi, Alex. Thank you. Why you thank me? But anyway, yeah, thanks. Good to see you again. Han Hawk. Okay. Pauline, Amanda, Kenny, Mary, Imran, Pauline. Pauline, you're watching on YouTube. Okay. Kylene, Pei Wen, SY, Wei Yong, Christopher Nyo. Okay. Ryan, Kok Leong, Jolene, Mark, James, Yu Yang. Okay, many wants to hear your voice today. Anyway, just some personal sharing now. So for the past 1 week, I have been running to the hospital back and forth lah. Okay, basically I'm at the NUH National University hospital. Okay, because my dad is doing a major surgery, so he admitted to hospital, I think on Sunday. So this week, Monday, he went for the operation. He was in the operation was a success. He was in the ICU for 2 days. So right now he is in the normal ward. So right now everything is okay. So it is pretty tiring. So running back and forth, visiting and such lah. But anyway, I'm still okay. Just that, let you know that, at the end of the day, I think I mentioned before, at the end of the day, health is still the most important. I didn't really, monitor the market that much, but okay, I'm still watching, but didn't really place a lot of trade and such lah. Okay, so yeah, I mean that so far I'm just glad that my father is good, everything is okay lah. Just that I've been visiting him every single day, and hopefully by Sunday or Monday he'll be able to discharge. Okay, yeah. So thank you once again to the if you are the hospital staff and such, and I think they are doing a wonderful job. It is very tiring, to look after a patient, and I think when he's in ICU, I can see that the nurses and the doctors and staff really take care of him, and really, really taking good care of him. Yeah, anyway, yeah, this is just not important. I'm just telling you my stories, okay, my life, okay, events, okay, yeah. So anyway, today, of course, the market, right, actually tank after the CPI data is out. Basically the inflation data is out, right? So I'll go through with that later. So let me go through the chart right now. Not chart, I mean that the usual thing. Okay, so disclaimer first, whatever I share today is just for education information purpose. It is not a recommendation to tell you what to buy or what to sell. Alex is always wrong, so please don't copy me. Okay. All right, so my opinion doesn't mean that it is right. So please do your own due diligence. Of course, right now the latest data, it is on the CPI. I think for the past 1 week, the market is waiting for the CPI data. I can see that, as I mentioned in the Facebook and the YouTube description for today's live, right? Market has been ranging, consolidating for almost 5 to 6 days. So until yesterday, market started to break down, and today, of course, once the data is out, right, the market just tanked. All right, so yeah, so inflation, this time around is 8.6% year on year. Okay, I think it's the highest for the past 40 days, and it is 6% excluding food and energy prices. Okay, so the economy survey by Dow Jones expecting year on year increase of 8.3% for the main index. Okay, so this data, I mean that by now you should know. If you don't, you can just Google anywhere my data. I mean that my news got it from the CNBC. Okay, it says that Dow fall more than 700 points after inflation hit 40-year high and consumer sentiment plummets. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, so and I will also go through with you the China market. Okay, is it the start of a new uptrend? Okay, so for those who have been following, okay, the Chinese market, I think this time around looks more interesting to me. So this is really the first time I'm really more interested in the Chinese market right now. For the past many months, okay, I'm not sure whether you have been watching me or following me. I say that, it is really not the time yet for the Chinese market. I think for now, it could be, okay, the time to maybe enter. Of course, not everything at one go. I mean, it also depends on the risk profile. So I will share with you later on the Chinese market. And of course, commodities, the energy prices has still been running even when the whole market is tanking. So out of the 11 sectors in the US market, the energy sector is the only one that has still been running. Okay. All right. So just to share with you guys before we continue, right? So we have this summit, NASDAQ trading festival that's coming up in July. That's in July. So Larry William will be the keynote speaker. So I think that for those who have been following me, you should have already registered. But for those who are just following me recently, right? So, okay, in all these market insights virtual summit now. So this time around, it is sponsored by NASDAQ. So this is a NASDAQ trading festival on the 23rd and 24th of July. So do pre-register interest now, okay? Just fill up your name, email address, and mobile. Mobile is just for SMS reminder. If you are in Singapore, I'm not going to spam you. All right. And I'll give you this bonus report and material. It's coming out soon. Okay. When you register, you are not going to receive it right away. Okay. Give me some time, but most probably, okay, by next week, you should be able to receive it. So as I mentioned, right, I'll be giving away these seasonality sectors. Of course, if you want to take a screenshot right now, you can, but at the end of the day, I'm also going to give you a bonus video also to walk you through how to use this seasonal data more effectively and how to find the stocks to trade all this. Okay, so the bonus report, the cheat sheet, and also the video. So I repeat, you're not going to get it straight away when you pre-register for it, but you are going to get it most likely next week. Okay, most likely. I'm trying to do the video and also to compile the data as well, because as I mentioned, pretty busy for the past week going to the hospital, right? So yeah, so give me some time once again. All right, so do register for this event. So I'll post the link in the comments right now. So if you can see over here, right, it is bit.ly/LarryW2022. Okay, I'll post a link in the comments on Facebook Live and also on YouTube as well. All right, so let's head to the chart. Today I hope that I will cover within 1 hour. Should be able to lah. Okay, should be able to lah. Okay, so basically, actually nothing much has changed ever since I mentioned. Okay, let's go to the chart anyway. Let's go to the chart. Okay, nothing much has changed. Market, it is still in a downtrend. Even though things seems more hopeful last week when price broke above the central pivot range, but this was pretty short. Okay, this was pretty short. So this is let's go through the S&P 500 right now. All right. So this is the naked chart first. Okay. So for the last week, okay, I think for the past, last week, right, I mentioned about the volume profile where the market is going to face some resistance or facing some headwind, right? So so this is the volume profile that I mentioned, the volume profile resistance level. Can you see that price, as I mentioned, price hit this level, okay, quite accurate, and just stuck there for the past, how many trading days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, for the past 7 trading days, price has been ranging, right? And hit the resistance until yesterday, and today price broke down. And I also mentioned that 4020 should be the support area if price hit down to this level. So 4020 for the S&P 500 actually didn't hit this, as it hit, but it didn't get supported, and price just plummet through this 4020 level. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the volume profile resistance, I got it. It is from this trading view. You can just get it from the fixed range volume profile. But this only for paid subscriber, okay, paid clients over here. So I use it from the top, okay. So from the top, oops, to top to the bottom, all right, at the peak to the trough over here, all right. So for the S&P 500, I think I'm not going to repeat once again. Basically, this region over here is the resistance, the value area low, okay, and then this was the high volume area as well. So price didn't hold through this level. So right now, price has actually broken below both the CPR and everything. So I'm more towards the bearish mode right now. So there will be a high chance, okay, price could retest the low again over here. All right, the low over here, that is in during the mid of May, when price that was the low in the mid of May. So high chance that price might test this level again. Whether price can break below this level, to be honest, I don't know. So we shall see. So right now, by the sentiment, it is still bearish. So at that point in time, towards the mid of May, I say that the market could be bottoming out. So initially, I thought was a absolute bottom, but it doesn't seem so right now. But at that point in time, it does really do bottom out. But there was a respite, price to do a technical pullback, and down price seems to come back down again. So we shall see. So right now, this is the naked chart. If I add in my standard usual indicator, the central pivot range and the cloud, okay, so you can see that price has been below the CPR. So right now, this month below the CPR, so negative, okay, negative. So I'm still bearish right now. All right, so it tells me that the downtrend is still intact. So I think TKW can, how to get your central pivot range, right? Central pivot range, you can go to this YouTube tutorial over here. Okay, so I show you how to insert the cloud and also the central pivot range indicator on trading view. So this is over here. So right now price is below the cloud, below CPR. So nothing much has changed. It is still bearish, as I mentioned, for the past many weeks. Okay, all right. Price below 30-week EMA, 50 days MA, don't buy. So right now, if you are doing position trading or long-term investing, just don't buy now. Right? Nothing to buy because price is still in a downtrend. For swing trade, as I mentioned, you could go long, go short, doesn't matter. But position trading, nothing to buy. So keep it simple. Below 30-week EMA, 50-day EMA, nothing to buy. Okay, so right now also against, it is the same below the CPR, below the cloud. It is all in a downtrend. So nothing to buy as well. So for the Nasdaq, it is also the same. Okay, nothing much has changed. All right, so to the peak, to the trough. All right, so this was the area that I mentioned. This was the previous resistance, the value area low. Okay, that's why it got resisted over here. And I thought that price might hit the support at about 12330, but price didn't hold and price just again dive down. So again, most likely, could just test at the low over here. All right. So yeah, bearish for me now. So actually for the past 1 week, I also didn't really enter into much trade, okay, into many trade. I did enter. So as I think I mentioned last week, right? I did enter into XZ, okay, XZ. All right. So I got in at a pretty low price over here, somewhere around this level over here, somewhere around this level here. I think about 74 level. So price went up to this level, hit the CPR, ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. I see cannot make it already, so I decided to just take profit. So my risk to reward, it is about 1:1, 1:1. So meaning I risk $100, I get $100. Okay, nothing fantastic. Okay, this is a counter trend trade. So, of course, you're wondering, like, hey, Alex, this is a downtrend, and why do you go and buy? So, yeah, this is a downtrending move. Okay, so this is a counter trend reversal kind of technique. So, more based on my proprietary technique. So, I'm not going to review now, but yeah, so this is how I try to catch the low over here. Yeah, price. So, in hindsight, it is good that I take profit lah. Of course, I'm not going to tell you that every trade is a winning trade. At the end, the other trade, but it was a losing trade. So for example, like BNO, I entered this is REITs, okay? REITs. Initially I'm trying to catch a reversal also, but somehow didn't work out. Price just plummeted through the low, and I just stop out as well. All right. So last week I also mentioned that I also did some silver. Actually, I hold silver for quite some time already. Okay. So I entered somewhere around at the low over here. Okay, right now, still slightly profitable. All right, still slightly profitable. So I entered somewhere around, I think 16th of May. I think about that. Okay, oops. So let me try. Okay, this one somewhere around over here. So still holding, ping pong. But today, surprisingly, the metals are pretty strong over here. Initially, it was a gap down, the SLV, but right now it pushes back up again. So I'm still holding on. Again, this week, nothing fantastic. I haven't been trading much. All right. For me, okay, talking about the index, sorry for talking about my trade. So just to share with you what I did, but nothing fantastic. So okay, all right. And let's talk about the 10-year yield also, because the reason why, of course, the inflation is up, the yield is heading back up again. It is heading back up again. All right. So this is not actually good for the equities market. The equities market will be having some pressure. Okay, if the interest rate, the yield is going to go higher up again. All right. So you can see that, when the interest, the 10-year yield, all right, keep going higher. Okay. The if you add into comparison to the SPY, S&P 500, all right. So the yield kept going higher. Okay. The stock market will keep going down. So this is a inversely correlated relationship. Okay. So right now the yield is heading back up again. So the pressure is on the equities market again. All right. But okay, if you actually attended my live session last week, I mentioned about talking about how to spot hidden divergence and the regular divergence also, right? So for those who didn't watch it, you can head over to my last week live, be it on Facebook or on YouTube. You should be able to watch it and go refresh yourself. So how do you get the divergence, right? So you can go just search for hidden, just search for divergence indicator, divergence indicator over here. All right. So the settings, right, you can keep it as default, doesn't matter. But for me, I like to keep it to RSI 10 period. Okay. All right. So once again, there is a divergence also for this treasury yield. Okay, treasury note yield. So can you see that price is actually almost making the same high again, really, almost the same high already. Okay, even though haven't break higher, almost the same high, but this is starting to show a regular divergence already. So which means that it is going to same high or higher high, but okay, the indicator is showing a lower high already. So can you guys see it? So this is like this, okay, right, and then this is showing a lower high already. So previously, the indicator is also showing a regular divergence over here, where price hit higher, but it is going lower the indicator. So of course, for a while, the interest rate, the yield actually did go down a bit. But can you see? Can you see? Even though that this is just based on the interest rate, right? The CPR, the central pivot range, still works pretty amazingly well, right? Okay. Price, after an extended move, the yield, right? Price, as in the yield, have a pullback, hit the CPR, right? And then, go back up again. So once again, I don't know whether it will continue to chong higher or not, but it is at least it's telling me there is showing a divergence. Okay, so do watch out for it. All right, and then this is the treasury note yield. Okay, so of course the yield and the bonds market, all right, it is inversely correlated as well. So today the treasury bonds is showing a kind of breakdown also. All right, so this was the low. Okay, so this was the low over here. Okay, so there's a high chance that price could go and test the low lah once again. Okay, so this is the bonds market as well. So for the dollar index, okay, dollar index, DXY, once again, the central pivot range is doing an amazingly good job also. Price, I shorted the dollar index somewhere around, not at the top, definitely not at the top, somewhere around here, okay? And then price came back down again, so I decided to, okay, I think enough profit for now, take profit, and then price hit the CPR, and then hit back up again. So whether the dollar index will continue to go higher, I think once again, there is a good chance that, price might test the high again, okay, which is somewhere around the dollar index, which is somewhere at about 105 level, okay? All right, 105 level. So once again, right now, the market, it is on a risk off mode, okay? So people are, putting back their money into safe haven, into the dollar index, as in into the US dollar as well. So this is kind of the relationship they've been talking for the past, I think for the past 2 to 3 weeks as well. So once again, just a recap for the equities market as well. It is breaking down. So S&P 500, there's a pretty high chance, okay, price will retest the low. For the NASDAQ, okay, it is the same as well. All right, so let's head over to the sectors, S&P 500 sectors right now. So this is all the 11 sectors plus the index over here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 rows and 4 columns, so total 12 index plus the 11 sectors. I'll post the link in the comments. This is taken from stockcharts.com. So you just focus on this. On the first one is actually the S&P 500 index. So you just, oops, not this. You just observe the location of the S&P 500. All right, so it is somewhere near the low already, right? So the rest, can you see, like for example, discretionary, it is slightly better. Okay, it's at a higher level compared to the S&P 500. Okay, the consumer communication also weak. All right, technology is also weak near the low as well. Industrial also weak now. Materials also pretty weak. Okay, staples used to be a stronger one, so right now also not that strong anymore. The consumer staples, so the consumer defensive also not that strong. All right, healthcare not strong also. All right, utilities previously was the stronger one, so right now it is also not that strong. All right, financials not strong also. Real estate also not strong now. So basically all the 10 sectors are all pretty weak. All right, and the only one that's holding right now is actually the energy sector. But energy sector for the past 2 days, it is also coming down right now. This is the energy XLE. It is also coming down, right? Can you guys see? All right. So energy is also coming down. So it seems that every sectors, it is coming down as well. So the market is totally not strong now. Previously, consumer defensive, energy sectors is strong, kept going up and such. So everything is pretty weak right now. So if you understand what I'm trying to say right now, everything is weak. Okay, just type XLE in the comments right now. Do engage with me. All right, if you're watching, just give me a like. Also right now I only have about 41 like. There are more than 240 plus people watching on both YouTube and Facebook live right now. Liking is free, doesn't cost you money. So just let me know. Okay, seems like everything is weak right now. Okay, XLE. Okay, XLE is also weak. So type XLE in the comments. Okay. So again, yeah, I don't know whether the market, the energy is going to come down, but I'm going to share with you the opinion of the commodities, as in the industry later. Okay, some of the commodities later, but everything looks weak. So let me take a sip of water first. Give me a like and share if you are sharing on YouTube. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So everything is weak. So yeah. So let's go to the commodities which I want to talk about. All right. So China market I'll talk about later. So let's go to the commodities market. So for the commodities market, right? Commodities, okay, the ETF to represent the broad commodities is actually DBC. All right. For the agriculture is DBA. Okay, C for commodities, A for agriculture. Okay, so I have this ETF list over here. All right, so I have a lot of things: industry, indices, countries, commodities, all the major ETF classified into various, industries, sectors, style, currencies, instruments, etc. So commodities can see that DBC, DBA are all these are inside. So if you're interested to have access to this ETF list, right, the major one to cover the broad market, right? So you can go over to this link over here. I think for those who have been watching me for the longest time, you should already have this list lah. For those who are new to me, head over to this link over here. I will post the link in the comments. All right, so it's bit.ly/ETF-access. So once you go to this link over here, all right, you should see this list over here. Okay, so just fill up your name, email address, and you get access to this ETF list. Okay, so Derek is asking, right, does the stock chart link need subscription? No need, no subscription needed. So if you head over to this link, okay, yeah, so it is free. Okay, you can just view it, no subscription needed. All right. All right, so DBA, let's head over to the, before I go into the DBC and DBA, let's go to the crude oil first, okay? So crude oil right now, all right, so definitely we are still on, we are still on a uptrend. All right, price is still above the cloud, above the central pivot range over here. All right, but it seems that it is feeling toppish over here. All right, if you use it at the 2-day time frame, weekly time frame, it is kind of hitting the resistance level as well. All right, so to give you a tip over here, sometimes, right, you see this kind of long candle wick, this kind of long candle wick over here. Like for example, crude oil on the weekly time frame, you see this wick. The resistance, right, doesn't necessarily need to be at the high over here, all right? Okay, the opening closing price, okay, can be acting as a resistance level as well. So you can see over here, where is the opening price? Open price, okay? Open price is over here, right? Open price over here, right? All right, so you can draw a line over here, okay? All right, so this will be acting as a resistance, first level of resistance before heading up to the high over here. All right, so let me see over here. Yeah, okay. Is this something new? Okay, yeah, so I repeat. All right, so naked chart over here. Right, so if you see this kind of long wick over here, right? Long wick over here. Okay, long wick over here, the shadow lah. The first resistance is not at the high level over here. All right, the candle body, okay, the open or the close can be acting as a resistance level as well. So over here, all right, so this will be the resistance level over here. Okay, so this is the first resistance. So right now price seems to be hitting this first resistance as well. So I suspect, price, there could be some pullback for oil, for oil. Okay, so it is something new to you or not regarding this resistance level. All right, as in not at the exact high, but if you look at different time frame, okay, for example, this very long week here, right? As mentioned, this is acting as a resistance level. If this is something new to you, okay, type new in the comments. Type new in the comments. So this is crude oil over here. All right, crude oil. Right. Meanwhile, if this is something new to you about this resistance level, okay, type new in the comments to let me know. All right. And let's take a look at natural gas. Today, natural gas also dive down also. Okay, natural gas also dive down. So again, so this is the didn't add in the divergence indicator, but nevertheless, okay, so if you add in the divergence indicator, so let me just redo again, divergence indicator over here. Actually 14 or 10 doesn't matter, okay, not important. So you guys can see that for the natural gas, also one of the very important component of commodities, price has been heading higher, grinding up. Actually, it's grinding up. So after the impulse, very strong move up here, okay, price has been grinding up. So while price is actually grinding up, this is the high, higher high, higher high, and higher high. The indicator RSI is showing the regular standard divergence. This is the high, lower high, lower high, and lower high. So this is also not looking very good as well. Okay, so it is showing very serious divergence. Of course, when something is showing divergence, okay, it doesn't mean that price will have to come down like that. It doesn't mean that price have to come down like that. Once again, I repeat, it doesn't mean if there's a divergence, okay, price have to just crash. No. It's just give you a warning that there could be some pullback, okay, or some weakness ahead. Okay, it doesn't really warrant you that to short all the way. No. But anyway, for me, right, again, for the past few months, I haven't really been trading stock much. So natural gas is one that I have been trading. So again, just to share what I did. So for natural gas, I've been trading the options futures. So I have been selling natural gas call options. All right. So I think first time I sold over here, second time I sold over here, third time I sold over here. So 3 times. So because the implied volatility is very high, so there's a lot of meat, even though I sell very far out of the money. Let me try to see whether I can get the let me take a look. All right, so let me take a look over here. All right, I'm going to show you this thing from Think or Swim. Okay, so just showing what I did. So can you guys see? So this is from my Think or Swim TD Ameritrade. So I sold one vertical spread of for the natural gas NG N22. All right. So IB is very high. So just 0.08 price. Okay, I managed to get about 800 plus of commission, not commission, as in the premium. So of course, minus the commissions, right? So about near to $800 lah. So yeah, so it's the premium is gao. Okay, there are premiums to be made. Okay, so yeah, so can you see the date over here? It is actually on the 27th of May. 27th of May. 27th of May, it is somewhere around here. All right, so this vertical line over here. Can remove this thing over here. So the advantage of options, right? Since Nasdaq is going to sponsor the the coming summit, right? Okay, the good things about when you are selling options, if you know what you are doing, by the way, options is derivative, okay, can be complicated if you don't know what you are doing. All right. The beauty about options is that if price move in your favor, all right, you make money. If price stagnant, doesn't move, if you sell options, you also make money. If price move against you, okay, right, like this, okay, like this, after that, move in my favor, then against me, all right, I can still hold on to it, okay, and at the end of the day, I still manage to get out. All right, so you can see that I enter the call strike is actually right 11.25 and $12. Okay, the strike price. Okay, 11.25 and 12. 11.25 and 12 is very, very far off the money leh. Right, yeah, can you see over here or not? 11.25 and 12, and the day to expiry is actually about 20 plus day only. That is pretty short, 20 plus day only. So I personally, I don't think that price could hit to $12 within the next 20 days lah. So yeah, so and the premium was actually pretty good. So I just take it lah. Of course, if I'm wrong, I'm ready to exit anytime now. So this is just telling you what I'm doing. So options, there are times where you can utilize options, and there are times where it is good to just trade the equities or the stocks directly. So right now, I mentioned, right, it is actually I don't think it's the best time for me to trade stocks now. So I've been trading options, FX as well. All right, so this is one trade that I've taken recently on the natural gas. Okay. And then talking about that, right, so as I mentioned, right, the oil and the natural gas, it looked toppish to me right now. And also, if you look, as I mentioned, the energy sector, all right, price has already come down for the past 2 days already. So if you take a look at the weekly time frame for the XLE, okay, so we are also hitting the resistance level. So the standard classical resistance level lah. Okay, this is the one over here. So previously that was the resistance level over here many years back. That was in 2009. Okay, right now before challenging the high again, okay, at about 100. Right now we are at the second high. Okay, so also look a bit toppish to me right now. So need to be careful if you are trying to long the energy stocks, okay, and also the energy sector, because the energy sectors has been running up. And recently, Jim Cramer, all right, you go and see lah. Okay, recently, how many of you actually know Jim or Cramer? Jim Cramer. Okay, you type yes. He's like the jinx, He like the jinx. Every time he talk about something, it is always topish one. It is almost going to a 4-1. All right. If you know Jim Cramer, just type Jim, Jim in the comments. Yes, right. Type yes in the comments, Jim Cramer. And what did he say about energy? Okay, just one day ago, NRG Energy is a buy. Okay, and Jim Cramer said that oil is the only dip that can be bought right now. All right, just 21 hours ago. Okay, so I don't know whether to laugh or cry. So whenever he says something, I'll be very scared one, especially if he's saying something can buy and that thing is something that I'm holding. Wow, then I'm very scared because every time he's always the inverse one. Always the inverse one. He says something, the thing you drop one, definitely. You can go and check his track record. Even for Twitter, let me check. For Twitter, Yeah, even for Twitter. You see this one? Yeah. Even for Twitter, very funny one. There's this thing called the inverse Cremor ETF. Inverse Cremor ETF. All right. So tracking the stock recommendation of Jim Cramer, so you can do the opposite. It's damn funny. Okay, not related with Jim Cramer, CNBC and such. So anyway, this is pretty interesting. If you want to track what he has been recommending on his talk show, you can head over to the link in the comments. So this is inverse Cramer ETF. So let's check. So you see, Jim Cramer say he sees signs of inflation is peaking. Wow, cow, man. Previously, I was thinking that inflation could be peaking. So that was my view also. So right now, obviously, like it is wrong. And then I say Jim Cramer say inverse, then say inflation is peaking. Then what? Then sian already. Jim Cramer will be wrong one. All right. So and then what else? You see a lot of things are when he say buy, in the end he sell. When he says sell, you should buy, kind of thing. All right, so yeah, so just to be careful once again. All right, so Jim Cramer is saying that the energy is the only dip that can be bought right now, and also talk about some energy natural gas can buy. So I'll be pretty wary right now on Jim Cramer and the energy stocks. Okay, Ken. All right, so yeah, do engage with me. If you think if you agree with me what Jim Cramer about the investing, right? Just type yes in the comments. Just entertain me and such. Yeah, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Just type okay in the comments. Do engage with me. All right. So talking about that, right? Yeah. So I talk about the oil, the natural gas, the XLE. So let's talk about the what else? Okay, DBC, the overall broad market. All right, DBC, DBC, DBC tracking fund over here. So this is DBC over here. So yeah, again, oops. Okay, that didn't really show much divergence, but personally, I also don't really like DBC kind of price action because right now we are also hitting the standard resistance level and also very near the yearly R3 pivot level, very near, really very nearly. Okay, and also hitting the standard resistance level, which is this level over here. Okay, which is at about $30. $30. Okay, 30. Right, 30 for DBA. So essentially right now we are already hitting for the DBC. If I'm not mistaken, all right, if you go to this ETF.com, I think they don't show lah, okay, but you can check it out. What is the DBC all about? DBC. I think about 60% it is on energy. Okay, on energy. So heavily weighted on energy. So if energy it is going to come down for the next, I don't know, 1 to 2 weeks or 1 month or so, this DBC will come down as well. Okay. So on day time frame, it also looks a bit toppish to me. So today there's also a wash and rinse also. Okay, today there's also wash and rinse. But okay, nevertheless, the commodity right now it is still in a uptrend. Okay, I'm just saying that there could be a pullback in the coming 1 week, 2 week, or 3 weeks or so, because right now it has been pretty much extended. So can you see that even for DBC, when price overextended, you'll come down. Okay, overextended for this time in April or May, price hit back to the CPR, central pivot range. Okay, while some more go back to the CPR, pull back, and right now it's heading up high again, and it is pretty far away from the CPR, central pivot range. So I mean that not surprising if price will come down in the next 1 or 2 weeks or so. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. All right, I'm looking to trade the commodities DBC as well. And for DBA, this is the agriculture also not looking very strong. So you can see that for the agriculture, meaning that the soybean, like the soy, the corn, all right, and the wheat, WHEAT, soy, corn, wheat, the soft grains. So the divergence indicator is also showing, okay, divergence, the standard divergence. While price is making a new high, okay, it is now the RSI indicator is making a lower high. And right now, you can see that price has been always, the CPI has been always, in a stepping mode. Okay, it shows that, it's in uptrend. But right now, kind of feeling topish also. And this time round, it is below the price is below the CPR already. Okay, it is also not looking very strong right now. So do be careful on the commodities. Commodities has been overextended also for quite some time already. Okay, so don't chase. You want to chase, at least wait for the pullback. Right now, I think the pullback is just about to start. Okay, just about to start only. All right, yes. Okay, this is so part about the commodities. Okay, so I'm going to head back to right now the Chinese market right now. So Chinese market, it is pretty interesting. So let's go to, by the way, how many of you actually is following the Chinese market, and you also think that the Chinese market, it is kind of turning. You also watching the market closely, and you've started to put in some money into the Chinese stocks or the Chinese market right now. If you have already put in some money into the Chinese market recently for the past 1 to 2 weeks, right? Type me in the comments. For me, not yet. Not yet. I'm looking too, but not yet, because as I mentioned, right, my dad is in the hospital for the past 1 week, so didn't have much time to really, really sit down and do the trade. Okay. All right. So let's go to the Hang Seng index. This is the Hang Seng index. So what do you see in the chart right now? This is based on the daily time frame. So for the longest time, okay, since more than 1 year ago, okay, price has been coming down for Hang Seng. All right, most of the time is below the central pivot range. Okay, try to break out of the cloud the first time, okay, didn't succeed, and then price just plunged very deeply. Okay, so as I mentioned, right, I think some weeks ago I said that the Hong Kong markets, okay, looks okay, 可以 I mean, in a way that it is looking to form kind of a consolidation. Okay, it is not coming down, so it's getting tighter and tighter. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm looking to wait for the price to break above the cloud. All right, so to break above the cloud. So I think actually 2 days ago, price actually broke above the cloud. Okay, and right now price is above the cloud and above the CPR. Okay, so this is bullish to me. Okay, bullish. And from a objective point of view, right, this is in uptrend right now, at least based on the daily time frame. Okay, how high it can go, nobody knows. Okay, price can just go up like that and then come back down again, or price can go up like that, ping pong for a while, come down a little bit, ping pong, and then hit back. So we won't know how fast the price can go, but generally price could be in a potential uptrend, potential only. But again, don't expect a V-shaped recovery. So don't expect price could do like that all the way. It could, but I think I doubt so. So it most likely, go up, pull back a little bit, consolidate, test your patience, and then go up again, that kind of thing. Okay, so you need to have patience. All right, so this is on the daily time frame. All right, so just to let you know, if you go to the weekly time frame, for example, okay, we are still in a downtrend now. Okay, so this is just like the start of the turn only. Okay, so if you really say that, you know, there's room to go higher, there's a lot of room to go higher, but you need to have patience. Okay, and if you're looking at even like the Shanghai and Shenzhen stock exchange, okay, so like indices, you go to like Shenzhen, okay, composite index, okay, go to the daily time frame. All right, so price, you can see or not, looks pretty interesting, huh? All right, broke above the cloud. Okay, and right now it seems like supported at the cloud level over here. So this is a positive sign over here. All right, and then for the Shanghai Composite Index, all right, so this is the first time we are also above the cloud. Okay, all right, so this is also the first time we are above the central pivot range. All right, so Darius is asking, good question, we should wait for 2 months above CPR then buy. So if you really want to have more confirmation, so as I mentioned, okay, in my previous live, okay, price above CPR for 2 consecutive months, yes, then I would safely say that, you know, there's a very high chance that price has turned into an uptrend already. So right now we are still like the first month. So if next month price can still stay above the central pivot range, right, and then we can safely say that, you know, we are in an uptrend. But if you are more adventurous, you want to take more risk, okay, or if you want to enter your first tranche, okay, I think it is okay. I think it's okay. You can try a little bit. So for example, okay, you have $100,000, okay, all right, allocated for the Chinese market, okay, you can divide it into, you know, 3 tranches. Okay, 3 tranches. Okay, so, you know, each tranche put about, you know, 30K. Of course, the exact is 33K, but to keep things simple, you can put in your 30K first. Okay, second month price above, you know, the 2 consecutive months, then you can put in another 30K. All right, then the rest of the last tranche, you can decide when you want to enter. So right now, I'm looking to use options to enter into some of the Chinese stocks. Okay, all right, so yeah, so my start be using options now to buy a long call options using leaps options. So holding for maybe about, you know, 1 to 2 years of expiry. All right, so give you long dated options. And yeah, so even if you look at some of the Chinese stocks like Baba, this is listed on the US stock exchange. Okay, so price has also broken above the cloud. Okay, broken above the cloud. So this is a pretty bullish sign. Tencent 700, this is listed in the Hong Kong market. Okay, so price hit the cloud and then reverse back up, reverse down a little bit. Okay, but no, it closed positive. So right now we are still above the cloud. Okay, all right. And for example, like 3690, like Meituan, these are some of the bigger stocks. Okay, is a much stronger one. Price has already broken above the CPR for quite some days already. All right. So these are the tech stocks over here. Okay. So looking pretty good. So I think could put some money, a little bit of money to buy out the Chinese stocks. Okay. By the way, this is not a recommendation to buy or sell. This is just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. You know, we don't know how. Okay, we don't know when. Okay, price can just do up and then come down like that. I don't know. Okay, please just invest whatever you can afford to lose. Okay, and and Wei Lam asked a very good question. Okay, if the US market is down, would it affect the Hang Seng Index and the Chinese market? Okay, to a certain extent, my personal opinion is that it could. Okay, but not much. Okay, as the time progresses. So right now, US market is very bearish, right? After a while, I think you will decouple once again. Actually, right now it's already decoupled from the US already. While the US, you can see that, you know, for I will use Hang Seng as an example over here. Okay, Hang Seng over here. Okay, Hang Seng over here. Naked chart. And then you can add in the SPY. Can see or not? So while the oops, this one remove that. Or the US, the S&P 500 is making higher, right? The Hang Seng just kept going down all the way. It's already decoupled already, okay? And actually before 2008, okay, before 2008, before the great financial crisis in 2008, the whole world, actually the Hong Kong, US, and the rest of the emerging market, they tend to move in tandem. You can check it out, okay? Before the GFC, before the great financial crisis, the China market and the Hong Kong market, even the Singapore market, move in tandem. When US is down, everybody else is down as well. So like they say, right, when the US market catches a flu, the rest, okay, you catch it as well. All right. But after the great financial crisis, they kind of decoupled already. And actually, there's a theory, actually, some gurus like not guru, as in Prof. Chan, they also say, right? So because precisely of this incident in 2008, okay, the CCP, the Chinese market, the Chinese government doesn't want the US market to drag them down once again. So like what Prof. Chan said in our previous summit, I think two summits ago, okay, last October, he said that instead of waiting for the US to bring them down, they bring themselves down first. Okay, so like what Prof. Chan said, okay, I don't wait for the US to bring me down. I know that some of the tech stocks, Alibaba, Tencent, Meituan, they are already at a very kind of euphoria stage already. Okay, so instead of wait for the US market to drag me down, I cool the market down myself first. I purposely just smash them, okay, and make them okay, crash. So that has been happening for the past one plus year or so. Okay, all right. So yeah, so that's my opinion. Okay, just focus on the price action itself. Okay, don't focus too much on the US market. So independently watch the Chinese market, watch the Hang Seng market, watch the China stocks. All right. So Mary is asking, right, how about ICBC? So let's take a look at ICBC. ICBC. Mary, do you have the ticker for ICBC now? Because I don't really trade the Chinese stocks. So what is the ICBC ticker? Okay. I'll answer the question first. Sebastian, Alex, can I check just now your vertical spread is sell, call, buy, put? No. Just now is no. So just now my one is actually, I removed my email already. Wait, let me check. NG. Okay, so just now my one is actually, I sell a call at 11.25. I buy a call at $12. Okay, so this is a vertical call spread. I sell one at one level at one price and sell, and I sell at 11.25. I buy another one, okay, at $12. Okay, so this is to protect myself in case I'm wrong, so that I'm capped at a maximum loss. So it is not infinite. So there's I don't blow up my account lah. So I know exactly how much I'm going to risk the maximum amount. So this is to keep the risk lower, and also this will also lower the margin required to enter the trade. Because if I just sell one call, naked call, it is very dangerous. All right, Ken? Or 1398, okay, sorry, 1398. Isan Juba are not that strong. Actually, for some of the Chinese banks, it is actually not that strong. Even for like Ping An, like also not strong. Also, like for example, Ping An. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, it is also at a lower level also, Ping An. So Isan Juba, not the time yet. Previously, actually you broke above the cloud. Okay, so 2 consecutive months, if you enter, right, technically you should hold. Okay, but price is just hovering down there. Okay, so not exactly the best, but still pretty okay lah. But if you are strictly talking about price action, not the strongest, but it is below the cloud and below the CPR. But generally, if the tide is going to change the whole Chinese market is sentiment, it is bullish, right? Then most likely, eventually, everything will go up as well. You just need some patience. Okay, all right. And then Annie is asking, right, is it better to buy Baba or Juju Baba on Hang Seng? My personal opinion, it is better that you buy Juju Baba 9988 on Hang Seng because you never know when the US is going to shoot pattern. Okay, we don't know what tactics the US is doing. Okay, they say they want to release all the ADP, what is it, the ADP, what thing? Yeah, basically all the foreign listing, the Chinese listed in the US market, they want to delist them. Okay, so yeah, it is best that if you want to buy the Hong Kong listed one. Even if you buy the Baba, right, I think it's okay as well because it is fungible. You can convert the US Alibaba to the Hong Kong Alibaba as well. Okay, not so difficult. I mean, it can be done unless you talk about some of the only US stocks that is only listed in US and not listed in the Hong Kong or in the Chinese market. Then you got problem already. That's the best that you just invest straight in, to invest in those US listed only Chinese stocks. That'd be more dangerous. Okay. Yeah, 1 hour already. So I think that's all for today. Any questions so far before I call it a day? All right, I'm okay to answer a few more questions and such. Okay. So a recap over here, right? So I mentioned about the of course, I initially talked about the inflation. All right, so I talked about the indices. It is not looking good so far. Let me see. Not looking good. Okay, so everything is down. Okay, so there's a high chance that price could retest the low over here. If you are doing position trading, long-term investing, there's no reason for you to buy the US stocks. We are still in a downtrend. Okay, but if you are doing swing trade, waiting for a few days, 1 to 2 weeks, I think you can be flexible. Long, short, doesn't matter. Okay, but overall, the US market, it is still in a downtrend. So which means even by this standard right now, all right, so as I mentioned, right, price above CPR for 2 consecutive months, right? So let's say for the US market, initially price was above the CPR in the start of the June, right? So initially I thought that, there's a potential, if price can stay above the CPR for 2 consecutive months, for example, in June, and then in July, then there's a chance that, we can turn into uptrend the earliest in July. Earliest date is in July. But right now, we are below the CPR, okay? All right. So let's say even if next month, July, price can be above the CPR in July, okay? If 2 consecutive months, also need at least August, okay, to turn positive. All right, so this is for the US indices. And I talk about the commodities, okay? Commodities looks weakening as well. All right, commodities looks weak also, not the strongest. And I talk about the Chinese stocks. Oh, I talk about Chinese stocks. I forget to mention. So Chinese stocks, right? If you don't want to invest individually in some of the Hong Kong listed ETF or the individual stocks, right? You can look at the ETF that's in US listed. Okay, you can go over to this link over here. I'll post the link in the comments. So ETF.com/channel/China ETF. Okay, so these are the one. All right. So by the way, I'm not very familiar. I mean, there are a lot of these ETF listed in Hong Kong to take part of the Chinese rise, lah, but I'm not so familiar. Okay. So I don't know everything, but I'm more familiar with the US one. So China ETF overview. All right. So can sort according, they are already sorted according to the biggest AUM now. So let me go try to zoom in. To zoom in over here. All right. Can you see over here? The biggest one is actually the MCHI. Zoom in bigger. All right, MCHI, this is the China ETF. AUM, it is 6.8 billion. KWEB, focus on China Internet ETF. FXI, large cap ETF, and the ASHR, the China Asia ETF. Different ETF have different components. So you need to go and check out what you are actually buying. So for example, like the MCHI, MSCI China ETF, right? You need to know what they are tracking. So it is a market cap weighted index of investable China shares. Okay, the fund stretches across all market cap size. So they are actually into Tencent, Baba, Meituan, China Construction, JD, okay, Ping An, okay, all the pretty famous one. All right. So if you want to just invest in the stocks that's solely based on China, in China itself, right? You can look at this ASHR, okay, Harvest CSI Sampai, okay? So this is a different component, all right? So you take a look, these are ASHR, all right? Tracks an index of the 300 largest and most liquid Chinese shares traded on the Shanghai and Shenzhen, okay? So the fund only holds A shares, which means that, okay, Alibaba, Tencent, all these are not inside, okay? You need to know that. So you need to know exactly what you're buying. So there are a lot of Chinese ETF. You need to know what you're buying, okay? So for example, this ASHR, all right, Maotai, okay, Maotai, Chinese merchant. Some of the Chinese stocks also don't know one, okay, Longjing Green Energy, Wu Liangye, Industrial Bank, China Yangtze, don't know what thing lah. So media, so all these are the different Chinese stocks, okay, Maotai lah, Contemporary Apex Technology, all this. You won't see the Alibaba, all this and such all right. So this is a different kind of A shares. You need to understand what you're buying, okay. So I hope these are useful to you. And let me see. Mary, I really answered, right? So ETF for Shanghai and Shenzhen, you can use this ASHR that is listed in the US. For the Hong Kong listed one, I'm not so sure. You might need to go and Google them. There are a few, but I'm not sure of the ticker. Those, the Hong Kong listed one, all the numbers I can't remember. All right. Tracy is asking, right? Is it right time to buy Amazon? Definitely no lah. Definitely no. Okay, the index is coming down. Amazon carries a huge weight in the index. Definitely, it is coming down. So not right time to buy lah. Price is below the cloud, below the CPR. Not right time to buy. Okay, all right. Ken. So Ken is asking, right? Is the CPR applicable to lower time frame? Yes, applicable to lower time frame. So if you are using lower time frame, you should be looking at the weekly CPR and also the daily CPR. All right, Ken. For oil stocks, should we take some profit first then buy back later? This is very hard to advise you. It really depends on your objective. When you first, bought the oil stocks, right? Is it meant for a few months trade or a long-term investment? Long-term wise, we are still in an uptrend now, okay? But if you're talking about position trading wise, within the next, few months or so, less than a year, I think it is good to take some profit off the table, okay? Yeah, can. All right. Whether you are able to buy back later, that's another different story. Once you sell, it can be quite difficult to buy back. All right. This is just my personal opinion. But for me, yes, I think oil and gas is a little bit topish. So for me, I have this, just to share again, I have NOV, also oil and gas, look a bit topish to me. So I might be looking to take some profit off the table also. Okay. Wong is asking, what is your thought using straight downtrend line as the resistance level as price entry to short tech stocks or QQQ? You mean like, for example, the Nasdaq? You mean doing this trend line to short? Is this what you're talking about, SF? I mean that you could do that, but for me, I don't really use trend line as a basis to trigger my entry. Yeah, so this is not the way I trade, but you could. So whatever works for you, but for me, I don't use it. Okay, for me, I don't use it. All right. So Chrissy is asking, what are your thoughts on gold? On gold, as I mentioned, it looks pretty strong today. Yeah, it is strong now, in fact. Okay, yeah, it looks strong. So personally, I have a silver. So for gold, all right, it is strong. For gold, it is strong. So of course, not all commodities are weak. The energy sectors one are weak, but gold wise, still okay to me right now. The gold. So initially, it was downtrend, hit the CPR. Looks like it's going to come down, but it didn't. So price hit back again. So right now, gold is strong. So above the CPR. So it means that the downtrend it is not that strong. Okay. So that's, I think, for potentially price could hit high up. Okay, potentially lah. So but personally, I'm already in silver lah. So like the precious metal. Okay, I'm still holding on to silver. Okay, another one to share with you is that XME is the metal and mining. Okay. Initially I was looking at this, but this one doesn't look very strong. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, but if you're just talking about purely on the silver and gold itself, looks okay to me. Okay, but personally I have a position. Okay, can. All right, so I think 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay, also more than the intended time that I want to talk about. So I hope today give you some insights and clarity, especially on the commodities market. Okay, this is just my personal view. I think not really strong. For index wise, S&P, Nasdaq, everything, nothing much has changed. Okay, still in a downtrend. Okay, right? So yeah. So with that, I wish you good trading. Repeat, indices still in a downtrend if you're doing position trading or long-term investing. Commodities not looking strong. Previously, energy was like doing much better than the rest, but right now it is also looking weak right now. Okay, Chinese market looks pretty good. If you want, I think you could add a little bit into your investment portfolio. Can? All right, so I think this summarized for this whole session today. All right, so once again, I think this Chinese ETF link is pretty good over here. So once again, I'll post the link in the comment. Okay, so check it out, the China ETF. So with that, I think I shall end the session. Thank you so much for staying with me until 12:45 a.m. in the morning. So Saturday coming up, I wish you guys have a good weekend ahead, and I will see you guys again next week. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.